Good morning. If you're receiving this transmission, you are part of the resistance. You know, you got to roll up your sleeves and get to work. Not work in the world, but get to your spiritual work. I'm calling for people to really understand their body mechanics, their impulses, their urges, their impulses and urges for sex, consumption, diet, all me, like a crab, constantly pulling things in. You know, the Buddha thought and saw that it's all about clinging and grasping, whether it be the mind clinging and grasping to the past, or clinging and grasping literally like this, like a crab. Now, today's teaching is so deep and so profound that it will actually floor you for the rest of your life. Because, you know, my inner teacher, left me only one teaching. And that was it. This was it. It wasn't this. It wasn't do this, that. It was this. No speech. If you could really see, and you don't, so I'm going to explain it, the profundity, the profoundness of this. Okay, the mind cannot get anything done physically without the hands, correct? The body cannot loco and move without something moving it, or the legs and feet, right? Okay. Well, these hands can't get anything done without the mind directing. Well, this mind is contaminated, so the motivation of the fingers is contaminated. So my practice now, on the very deepest level, besides having no mind, is to always be aware of where the hands are, even relaxed. Clinging and grasping, we're clinging and grasping with our mind, yet our hands are down here in the world down like a slave. You know, when I am liberated and realize at the deepest level, my arms, my chest, and everything go up high. I'm reaching for the clouds. And the opening through the hand meridians, now this is really crucial. We have a lot of tension and blockages within our arms because we're always grabbing this way. You know, there are muscles that hardly ever get used in the back of the tissues. They're all atrophied. That all my work now, on my work, meaning the body of work, is through the hands to remember to open them up and to keep them pulling on the back of the fingernails. So as long as I'm thinking, I notice that my mind is like this. My fingers are like this. So I pull back on the fingernails, the back of the nails, and keep the back and open up. My chest opens, my lungs open, my mind opens, and I'm focused on my inner work. See, I want to be realized, but it requires a little intention and work, because we're chipping away at a sculpture that has been so far, we've been running on autopilot. When you no longer run on autopilot, you run on the inner pilot, the inner guide, everything is so graceful and peaceful and clear. And I'll tell you, you can't get there unless you stop feasting in this world, stop eating, stop consuming. So I'm asking people, stop putting it in their mouth, and if they do, be really conscious of it. Be really aware that I'm actually toning down my energy field. I'm actually grounding. I'm actually consuming, taking 80% of my entire energy field to digest this food. What's it going to be? So diet is a step right on the spiritual path of discipline. That's why being a vegetarian, it's not just, it's great for the body, but it's also great for the mind and soul, because it doesn't have all the death and negative energies in us. So to be a yogi, it's like you got to purify all the time. You need to be burning sage and why do you see need? Because what activities is the body going to do? Because it still wants to act and do things. What's it going to do that allows it to become more aligned with spirit? So we change one thing for another, right? People go from one cigarette habit to a food habit. So it's always changing. So to change and adapt, well, with every breath, the yogi will adapt himself to an inner mantra, a breath where every bead becomes a intentive, focused, aligned, connected realization. And the realization is that when you take this finger and bring it together, this is your head in reflexology, and this right here is your large intestine, and this is your heart. So I'm connecting my food channel to my head channel, and I'm being fed and connected. So this is why we meditate like this, or we use our mantra bead like this, or the other finger, the middle finger, and we count and breathe. So if you're going to take out one negative and put in a positive, do something that matters. Do something that changes and affects your life. And that's again why I've developed this program here, is to assist people, almost like assisting someone who doesn't understand, a child. You lift them up and give them good information. Right now, none of us are getting good information. We're getting information that is causing us to continue the chaos and destruction and the blight of nescience, ignorance. We're continuing to perpetuate ignorance because the inner work, this is where we came here to realize. Our karmas, we came here to clear our life, karmic free, and to be prepared for the next life. So this is like a stopping point. Nobody tells us we're stopping here for a short while to collect the beauty of why we have this physical body, and to realize certain things of joy, of celebration of eating, celebration of sexing, celebration of just a day in the sun. So I'm asking for people to stop working and just really check out their life and figure out how to flow in a culture that actually doesn't allow that kind of flow. So I'm developing a community. I'm actually developing a community where people who want to practice yoga and understand truth live together, practice together, eat together, and wait for the end times, because they're here right now. So I'm calling together a tribe, I'm calling together a cult, a culture of developing a cult that once you join this cult, you don't want to leave, because you know it's worse outside. It's worse because people don't receive you at the heart. They receive you at the hip, the level of your wallet. We're not interested in money, but money does take and make the world go around. So if you have enough to invest in this project, I'd like to tell you more about how and why I'm building a cave, dark cave retreat center where people can come and experience a few days of the deepest rest you've ever had. So how the concept flows, if I could tell you as I burn this incense to purify the environment, is you come into the cave and you spend as much time resting, sleeping, meditating, and having no noise, no sound, no distraction. And check this, after a few hours, in a day or two, your body goes, it opens up. It opens up, tissues open up, things become so relaxed. Your brain, your eyesight even gets better. So what is happening in life outside is due to the stress of the chemtrails, the light from the sun, the noise from people, the toxicity, our body's in contraction mode constantly, like a deer trying to find its way in the world without getting killed or shot, and at the end of the day try to at least come out not too maimed or scarred. I go out in the world, I always get scarred, so to speak, energetically. So that's why I'm up here as much as I can be, to give the teachings, to bring the energy down to earth and show the world, the people, my people, that I'm probably one of the 100 people on the planet, that's at the top of the mountain that's saying, come up to the mountain or stay down and be blown away by the latest hurricane or swath of negative dark energies that are coming through the weather patterns, that are changing the way this planet is. And we're going to come into end times where there will be plagues. There will be fear of who you're dealing with and who you're talking with, that they either might take something from you or give you some bacteria that will kill you. So, take this literally. And I'm sorry I don't have millions of views and millions of followers and people saying, oh, Grandmaster Zen. But I've had thousands of people say, yes, Grandmaster Zen, I'd like to continue to learn and listen from you. But I'm sorry. It'd be nice if we had much more people tuning into what I'm saying, because I don't find other people trying to steer me in the right direction or tell us that, hey, get your act together. And what is your act? It's all ego. Everything's based upon protecting this comfortable body, to have a nice rest in a nice bed, whenever I'm thirsty, hunger and thirst, I get it out of the refrigerator, or so this is bullshit. I starve myself as long as I can. I go for hours and I won't drink any water because it's all the mind. The mind wants entertainment. The body wants entertainment. In here, don't believe me, there's not much entertainment except for my decoration that I did in these walls. I actually decorated these walls because I'm in here for hours, or weeks. And I'm like, you know what? I got time to build something. And now I made it so attractive that this is like a room and a tomb and a womb at the same time. A room, a tomb, and a womb, to where I can go here for deep, deep meditation. I'll tell you, when I come out of my meditations, I'm like, where am I? If I don't open my eyes, I don't know where I am. I'm floating in the galaxy of the universe somewhere in the galactic eye of the spontaneous thing that we call God, that just appears and disappears in an instant. We never really grasped it. Yeah, we never really grasp the truth. We never really grasp the truth, do we? We can live it. We can kind of feel like we're living in. So, remember, this is the most important teaching you could ever have. It's the open inner smile of your body coming through the hands. So I'll spend hours a day where I'll just be like this, or like this. And if my mind goes somewhere, my hands go down. When my mind goes open, I go open. And I want to show you one other thing that I learned. When I was so clear and toxin-free, I noticed that my fingers had sensors, like eyes, actually eyes. I've seen yogic drawings where there's eyes at the tips of your fingers. So if you just watch my hands for a moment, and I'm going to be completely relaxed and limp in the wrists. The wrists are completely limp. Now what's extraordinary is I find that I'm not doing this. My hands are. I'm looking at you. Now I'm going to look to the left, which is your right. I'm not doing that. I'm allowing my body to do it. Meaning I can hold my hand there and look to the right, but I'm holding. If I relax my wrists, watch what happens. This is, now I'm doing this on purpose. I'm actually allowing, but I find that the ligaments and tendons in here want to go this way, and then when I look left and I don't move my hands, it actually wants to do this. And then here's with a little pressure, and here's with no pressure. All right? That's not doing anything. Now, if I add a little pressure, but it's open, it wants to go this way. So try that. Just look forward, keep your arms or your wrists really relaxed. Try this, really relaxed, and just like snakes, serpents. Now, deeply in my practice, I realize these are the nagas, these are the snakes, these are the serpents, these are the serpents. And so they have the senses in there. So these are the serpents of your kundalini, your crown, coming through the hands. So they're misguided snakes. So the snakes can come back together and do mudras with the hands, meaning this is also an essence of yoga that's never ever been taught in the West, because it's all physical, is the hand and the mudras lead to the mind. So try it with your hands. Put your hands out, look forward, relax your wrist, and then don't even try, but look to your left. And see if your wrists want to move that way. I mean, on the smallest level, they move a little bit. But when I was clear, they would actually move that much. So I have some tension in my wrists after being 52, but when I was 30 doing this, they would just go wham, wham, wham. So anyways, that's enough for today. Drop in, drop out, visit us, and know that I'm here for you because you are my people. And I hear those words in my head. These are your people. Do something. So know that those who actually love me, respond to me, some people will have high frequency relationship. Others will be like, meh, but that's fine, because I only want 1% of the 1% to say, he's my family, he's my tribe, I stand behind him, he is the amen to my prayer. At the end, I'm the amen, because thank you very much. You brought me something that nowhere else could bring me in. Thank you. Amen. Peace. Mudras. Remember, the hands lead to the mind. So purify the mind, practice continually hand mudras. And maybe I'll do that in another video. Grandmaster Yogi Zen. Aloha. And here's the view. If you haven't seen it today, this is my morning view. Peace out.